the Zoom client, and I had to reinstall the client. But now the issue is fixed, and we should be able to proceed ahead with the webinar as planned. So once again, good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants. We'll just wait for 2 more minutes for everyone to join in and settle down, and then we'll get started with the webinar. However, we will use this time to understand about how we'll be conducting this webinar. How can you benefit the most, or more importantly, what is the format of this webinar? Like many times you may be participating in the webinar and you're just listening to whatever the presenter is saying. However, this is not that type of a session. This is where it is a interactive session. Unfortunately, because it is a webinar format, so I can't allow every one of you to like interact in person, but we'll try to make it as interactive as possible. Now, when I say that, how can you interact with me, or how I will be interacting with you? So obviously, based on my experience, there are certain commonly asked questions or queries. So I'll try to answer those questions and queries. But still, if there is anything which is not clear to you, and if there is anything that you would want to understand or ask further questions, so that's where you can add them to the Q&A option. So down below, you'll see there's a option called Q&A. You can use that to ask your question, and towards the end of the session, we'll be breaking into a question answer round. So that's where I will answer any question, any query, anything that you would want to understand. But please bear in mind, I'm a technology expert. I'm not an exports expert. So if you have a very specific question related to exports, like you need to understand what all documentation, etc., will be required for export, I may not be able to answer that properly. For that, I would advise that you can reach out to a FIO official. I'll provide you an email ID on which you can reach out to a FIO official, and they'll be able to guide you. But with respect to the technology, how you can create your digital catalog, and that's the agenda for today's webinar. That's where I'll be able to provide you all the inputs. I'll be able to clarify all the doubts that you may have. So I think this is right time. We should get started. I can already see there is a comment. Let me just quickly have a look. What is the comment? No, so Mr. Arslan Hanif, this is a webinar format, so you'll not be able to uh, unmute yourself and even ask your question. This is not a meeting. This is a webinar. So that's where you'll not be able to like literally unmute your mic and talk to me. So I'm certainly not able to hear you, but I hope everyone can hear me. I'll just quickly take few seconds to check if my audio is working fine. No, it is disturbed a little bit. So I'll just rectify the settings, and now audio seems to be a little better as compared to what it was earlier. Let me also move the mic up a little bit. Yeah, it now seems to be better. All right, so this is where we'll get started with today's webinar. Once again, good evening and a warm welcome to all the participants here. As I mentioned, I'll try to keep it a interactive session, so I'll keep on asking questions, and if you want, you can share your response. It would be great if you can also keep sharing your response, your thoughts, so that I can keep guiding you in the right manner. All right, so this is where let's get started. I am going to start sharing my screen, and in next few seconds, you'll start seeing my screen. So firstly, about the agenda of today's session, which is uh, how to create digital catalog for your online store. So as I am starting to share my screen, I would request everyone to share with me, what do you think? Just one line, you don't have to share a lot of explanation, but just in one line, what do you think is a digital catalog? So you can go ahead, you can start sharing your inputs. You can share your inputs in the chat. Yeah, please go ahead. I'm just waiting for uh, participants to share their inputs at the same time. I am. So I can see a few people have added their inputs, showcasing products, online products, which we deal in a web manner. It is type of a product list on a website with description. Uh, all of you are correct in your understanding, but I'll just share it a little differently. So a digital catalog is basically your online store, or it is a website that is showcasing, or that has the capability, it has the power to showcase on the internet, on the World Wide Web, information about your business. So, if, for example, you are into a footwear manufacturing business, so it can share information, or it is displaying information on the World Wide Web about your business, what is your business, for how long you have been in business, who are your clients, etc., etc. In addition to that, it is also showcasing information about the product or services that you may have. All right. So that is a digital catalog. Now, to just firm up your understanding, I'll start with showing you few examples, and I'm taking you there deliberately because when we are talking about digital catalog, a lot of people have their own impressions, they have their own understandings, etc. And they're also not absolutely wrong, or there's nothing wrong that I'm saying that your understanding is wrong. It is not like uh, how technology has evolved, especially in India, the exposure that we got to technology or e-commerce, if I'm being a little precise, is that we have only seen the B2C aspect of it. So if a common person hears online store, or they hear e-commerce, or they hear digital catalog, the impression or the image that gets created, that gets generated in their head, right? So that imagination that comes, it is like around something related to B2C, where you're selling to retail customers. But the reality is that the technology can be used by any business. And I'll show you an example how various businesses from various industries are using the same technology to their benefit. I think that should help you firm up your understanding of digital catalog. So this is where I think it is the right time for me to start sharing my screen, and we will proceed ahead. So let's proceed ahead. In next few seconds, you'll start seeing my screen, and then we will just quickly go through few examples of digital catalog. And again, why am I showing you these examples? The reason for showing you these examples is to clarify that doubt that many people have, that digital catalog or website or online store is more suitable for businesses that are directly dealing with customers, or who are in B2C space. That is a general impression that many people have. So, what I'm trying to clarify here is that any business and every business can use the same technology depending on their business, and they can use it according to their business. So the example that we are seeing here, this is a electric industrial motors manufacturer, and this is their digital catalog that we are looking at. So as I mentioned earlier, it is showcasing information about their business. Oxford is the brand that they represent, and it is also showcasing information about the product or services, in case they were in services space, that they are retailing or they are selling. So this is a B2C. I'll just show you a product. Let's go to AC Motors. So this is where you can see they're all request codes. So this is where this business is using digital catalog to generate inquiries or leads for the products that they are offering. Similarly, this is a forged products manufacturer, and this is their digital catalog. This is another industrial product example. This they are into filling machines or bottling machines, and this is where again you can see they are allowing their customers. So these are two different utilizations, you can see this is where what the end customer or a prospective customer, someone who is interested to deal with them, what they are doing is they are requesting a quotation that, hey, we are interested to buy this motor, please send us a quotation. So that's what they are doing here. Now, this is where the interaction is different. This is where someone who's wanting to buy this product, they can come and they can even buy this product online. Although it is an industrial product, but still it can be bought online. So a different interaction is happening, but the same technology, right? So what I'm trying to clarify is the same technology can be used depending, or it can be switched on and off depending on what type of business you are into. And if you are someone who's into B2B and B2C, both can be switched on. It is not like you're only, you can have either of the two. You can switch on both the capabilities and you can use the same digital catalog for both type of requirement. This is another example of B2B business. So they are exporting to various healthcare institution around the world, and they are hospital equipment manufacturer. This is another hardcore industrial product. This they are into making components which are used for these rubber or polymer product. This is B2B example, but it may look like a B2C, although this is a dual purpose store. So this is where a retail customer, so even right now, if you want, you can go to their digital catalog and then you can purchase any product, and they make wonderful, fantastic product. They are the leading manufacturer and suppliers of the mixes which are used for the coffee vending machines and other machines that we have in cafeterias, offices, etc. So this is where as a retail customer you can buy, and their bulk buyers are also coming. And in fact, this is there on the top banner as well. So this is where as a bulk buyer you can come to this online store, you can see the product and you can purchase and you can have it trade terms, etc. So all that is also possible. This is tiles. This is a personal care brand. So this is a kitchen appliances brand. This is a agri product exporter. And I'm not sure how many in the audience are agri product exporter, but this is a very beautiful digital catalog which is created by agri product exporter. Now here again, a international buyer who's interested in getting into business with them, they can come here and they can send inquiry. This is where again they are requesting for a quotation that we are interested to buy this product from you in bulk, and then you can send them a quotation, right? So there are a few examples I just thought of sharing. Will not go through all of them. I hope all of you were able to understand the concept of digital catalog, and we were able to overcome that myth that it is suitable only for B2B businesses, whereas the reality is you can technology is like water, so it takes the shape of the vessel where you put in, so you can mend the technology as per your requirement and your business. All right, so this is where I'm going to switch my screen. I'm going to take you to a website. It is called Indian Business Portal. I'm not sure how many of you have heard of it or how many of you had a chance to review this website. It is called Indian Business Portal. Why have I brought you here? Because the journey of creating your digital catalog for exports starts here. We will be going through that journey in next few minutes, but let me take a minute to explain to you about Indian Business Portal. What is this Indian Business Portal, why it is created, how or who has created it? So let me try to give you answers to those. So the first question is, what is Indian Business Portal? So Indian Business Portal in simple terms is a platform. It is a website which showcases products from Indian exporters to international buyers. So this is where as Indian exporter, you can come, you can showcase your products, and international buyers who are visiting Indian Business Portal, they can review the products that you're showcasing here and they can connect with you, or they keep on submitting their RFQs. So you can also participate, or you can, if there is anything of relevance to you, you can also submit your requisitions, etc. So this is where you get an opportunity to be present on a global platform and showcase your offerings to international buyers on a global platform. So that is Indian Business Portal. Now, the second question that might be there in your head is who has created this store. Is this a government platform? Is this a government initiative? It is a joint initiative by a government entity, which is FIO, which is Federation of All India Export Organization, a Ministry of Commerce apex export promotion body. It is a national level export promotion body, FIO, and Global Inker, which is a business networking and digitization enablement platform. So it is a joint initiative of a government body and Global Inker to create Indian business portal. Now, what is Global Inker? Because I am doubtful that all of you are familiar with Global Inker. So, Global Inker is a business networking and digitization enablement platform. So, there are two areas where I emphasized in my explanation. One is business networking, and second is digitization enablement. So, business networking is where you can connect and network with business owners from 150 countries. So, this is where the entire community aspect is there. So, you can connect with business owners from various countries. You can find buyers and suppliers. So, that is the community aspect. We also have the digitization enablement aspect, or what we ourselves popularly call as the commerce aspect. So commerce aspect is where, as a business owner, you can digitize your business. Now, digitization is a term which is very commonly spoken, right? So we keep on hearing digitization, digitization. What is digitization and how is it affecting you? So digitization is where you are increasing or you're adding a digital channel to your sales or your business activities. So, in simple language, without confusing you. So, for example, if you're a business, let's take that footwear example. So, you're a footwear manufacturer and you had been dealing with various importers or various clients that you had. And now you want to expand that. How can you expand that? One is obviously to hire a marketing team that can travel to various exhibitions, etc., or to various countries and find buyers there. Or you get online and you create a digital presence. You can run digital ads, or you can done email marketing, etc. And that's where you can reach out to international buyers and showcase your offering to them, and then expand your business, right? So digital is a more convenient and easy way to expand and grow your business. And we are in a day and age where if you're not digital, you'll find it difficult to survive in next few years, because not only the way the business is done is getting uh, radically changed, the other challenge, and which is a very significant one, which is coming, is the next generation is slowly and gradually taking over. There was a research which was done by a very reputed agency, McKinsey, some time back, and that's where they wanted to understand what is the shift that has happened, especially after the pandemic, wherein in shift in B2B buying. So their finding was almost 49% of the B2B buying has already started happening digitally. And another significant change that they have forecasted that will happen in next few years is that by 2025, 75 of percent of the B2B buyers and decision makers will be millennials. So these will be the next generation, which are digital centric. So any business that does not have a digital presence or does not have a digital existence will find it difficult to engage with these individuals, because for them, if you're not digital, you don't exist, right? So that is another challenge which is coming. Sorry, we detracted to a different uh, topic. But coming back, so this is where if we look around, and I'm focusing or I'm talking about the exporter community. So this where just look around, you'll know, you'll all of you will know, or all of you will have exporters who don't have any digital presence. They don't even have an email ID in the name of digital, right? So that's where these businesses, when they have to create a digital presence, when one fine day they realize, hey, we have to get digital, that's where these businesses, especially micro and small businesses, are facing lot of challenges. So it is not just that they are ignorant and they don't want to digitize. Many of them don't have the right tools, the right skill set, or the right technology or know-how to do it, right? So that's where they are getting stuck with the commerce aspect of Global Inker, we are trying to solve that challenge so that micro and small businesses, which are significantly challenged in digitizing their business and growing their business digitally, can easily digitize their businesses and they can grow it. So this is where the moment you join Global Inker, you create a digital profile for yourself, you get an online store, and because online store is not an end. When you're creating a website, you're not creating it just for to show the world that hey, we also have a website. It is not something that you're creating just under peer pressure because everyone has a website. You are also creating a website. You're creating it for a very specific purpose, and the purpose is to grow your business, right? Now if that is not happening, the entire effort, whether you're doing it yourself or you're hiring someone to do it, that entire effort is wasted, right? So to help or to get these businesses some benefit from all the effort that they are putting in, these kind of discovery platforms. Now Indian Business Portal is one such platform which you are seeing today. There are a few other initiatives that we also are working on parallelly. So these are areas or windows of opportunities or windows of visibility on the World Wide Web which are getting created, so that if you're digitizing your business, you can definitely put in your own effort and you can run digital marketing campaigns and you can attract international buyers to your digital catalog. But in addition to that, these are like different doorways which are getting opened, and international buyers can come to you and they can help you grow your business so that this digital journey or this digital growth journey is easier and more convenient for you. So that was a small introduction about VO and Global Inker. Now, the third question is logical as well. And the third question, or the third most commonly asked question, is it is a nice initiative, and we all believe that it will help Indian exporters in growing their businesses exponentially. But actually, has it started ticking in, or has it started giving any results, etc.? Yes, certainly it has started doing good for Indian exporter community. Now, to answer this question, I will show you two things. One is if you scroll down all the way to the bottom, that's where you'll see there is a link or there is an option called resources. I'm just highlighting that for everyone's reference. So if you click on that, it will open another page, and on this page you'll see there is a video that we have embedded. It is called the success stories, how Indian Business Portal fuels the export growth. So please review this video. It will help you clarify that doubt about the impact or how it is benefiting the exporters from India. Second is just review this section, buyers looking for. This is where international buyers who are coming to Indian Business Portal, they are submitting their buying request. So this is where when an international buyer comes to Indian Business Portal, there are two ways or two methods they can use to connect with you. One is they can see that, hey, this is an exporter and they have the right required product. They can straight away connect with them so they can reach out to their online store or uh, connect with them over the phone, over the email, or schedule a meeting. All those options are available, how those options work, etc. I'll be showing that lately. So one is a direct approach where an international buyer is directly connecting with you. So that is one approach. Second is many of them prefer to request for quotation. So they are submitting that this is our requirement, and then you, as an exporter, you can submit your requisition, you can submit your quotation. So that is another option. So this is where you have the post buying requirement option. So this is where international buyers goes and they submit their requirement, and this is how it starts appearing here. So this is these are the various requirements which are there. Now, many people in previous webinars have pointed out that these are very less. Does that mean that only few international buyers are coming to the platform? No, it does not, because it is not like every importer is choosing to request for quotation. It is the select importers who are requesting to seek quotations from Indian exporters. They are showcased here. The others are directly interacting with Indian exporters, so don't worry on that. All right, so this was a quick introduction about Indian Business Portal. Now, to answer the other questions which I just hinted on, that how international buyer or importer will be connecting with us. So that's where I will open a product. So this product looks nice. I'll just open that product. So this is a product, but what we are more interested in is the supplier of the product. So this is where we can see the name of the product and where they are based out of. So I can open their profile. This is the profile. So each exporter, which is part of Indian Business Portal, they also have a profile page on Indian Business Portal. This is the profile page which you are looking at. Now, on the profile page, as an international buyer, you can review all the products which are there from this particular exporter. You can review all of them. If there's anything specific that you're interested in, you can just click on contact seller and you can send them a request that we are interested to buy this product. And if you would want to understand more about this particular exporter from India, there are informations which are also available on this profile. So, for example, there is a about section available here where all the information is available when they started their business, what is the legal entity type, countries where they have already exported to, and a brief about what are the advantages or innovations that they have brought into the business. All that information is available. And then a international buyer, if they want, they can also click on visit store and they can go to their online store and they can see the other product offerings which are there. Their contact information is also visible. They can also read about us and understand more about their business, right? So all that information is available on Indian Business Portal. Now, why am I showing you all this? Because these are the things which will help you get better results when you're showcasing your products or services on Indian Business Portal, right? So you have to ensure that this section is updated. Your products have all the right visuals and all the right information, and your online store is also decent looking. I'm not expecting you to create the world's most beautiful looking online store, but a decent looking online store should be there. Otherwise, what will happen? Someone may be interested to in sourcing the products that you are exporting, but because there are two sides to the challenge that we are trying to solve here. The one side is discoverability side, or what I popularly call, or I prefer to call, discoverability side. This is where you are getting discovered, you are getting found, right? So international buyer has found you that, hey, this is a suitable exporter from India, right? And they are making the products that I need. So this is where the discoverability challenge to a great extent is solved by Indian Business Portal, by your online store. You can be discovered. The second challenge is the credibility challenge. This is where the person who is sitting like thousands of kilometers away from you is trying to decide or trying to convince himself that this is a suitable exporter. There is absolutely no worries, and we can confidently deal with them. They are not a fraud, they are a genuine business. They're trying to convince themselves or make up that mind. So, in that credibility aspect, that is where your online store plays a significant role. Because understand, if a person comes here, they looks at the products are looking fine, the information is also looking good, and they click on visit store, and that's where the store opens up and it is like blank blank, only product information is available. Obviously they'll not get an impression that this is a professional organization, and they may decide to go with another exporter, right? So you may lose out on that opportunity. That's where I always recommend that focus on your online store as well. All right. So now coming to that question, that what are the mediums or what are the methods using which a international buyer or a importer can connect with you, how they are going to reach out to you. And why am I spending extra time here to explain you? Because this is also a very popularly asked question, because many people believe that this is where also we are doing in, or we are doing an activity where we are collating the international buyers or requirements and then sharing them with selected exporters who have subscribed to a paid package, etc. Nothing like that is happening. This is where a direct interaction is going to happen with a international buyer. How does that happen? What are the methods which are available to international buyers to connect with you? So one of the method is to request meeting, and this is a very popular method these days. So this where a international buyer can schedule a meeting with you. So similar to how we are meeting digitally over Zoom or Google Meet, similar to that, they can schedule a meeting with you, and they can explain their requirement, and you can explain your offerings, etc., and you can proceed ahead with your discussion. So this is one method which is available. The second method is contact seller. This is where they can send you an inquiry that, hey, we are interested to do business with you, and then you can respond back to them. The third is they can visit your online store, and once they are visiting your online store, they can see the contact details in terms of phone number and email ID, and they can send you an email, or they can call you on the phone, right? So these are the different methods which are available. Now, relating to that credibility aspect, this is where they have just started their RCMC certificate, but you can add as many certificates as you want here, and all those certificates are displayed here, so an international buyer can come and they can review your certifications, and they can get a answer, or they can convince themselves that it is genuine, or it is a good business to or a good organization to do a business with. All right, so that credibility aspect is also taken care of, right? All right, so this was a quick introduction, not a short one, but a quick introduction about Indian Business Portal. Now let's quickly understand how you can create a digital catalog. What are the steps? So the first step is to open Indian Business Portal. And once you have opened Indian Business Portal, you'll see there's an option called Sell on Indian Business Portal, Register as Indian Exporter. You have to click on this option, and which will open this page. I've already opened this page for the benefit of time. When this page opens up, here the next step is to click on create your catalog, but I will not advise you to do that. You should scroll down. So you should scroll down, and this is where you'll see there is a link highlighted in blue color. It says tutorial video. Just click on that. There are steps which are written here. If you have time, you can review those steps as well. I'm not saying that you should not review those steps, and review these steps as well, but what I want you, or what I'm requesting you to do, is to click on this link which is highlighted in blue color, and it says tutorial video. Once you have clicked on this link, a tutorial video will open up. Where is that video? I think I have closed that video by chance, I believe. So I'll just open that. Let's wait for the ad to be over. Now, in case you're wondering why ad is playing on our channel, so it is not a monetized channel, but YouTube also plays ads before the start of the video, on even on non-monetized channels. So during the video, you'll not see the ad, but before the start of the video, obviously YouTube has to make their money, so that's why they also show ads on non-monetized channels. Now, coming back to the video, let's go full screen. So this is the video that I'm referring to. You should open this video, and if you have time, you can go through the entire videos, understand all the steps, and then you can start the journey, or you can keep the video playing alongside, and then uh, keep referring to it, right? So you can have the video playing alongside in a separate window, and you can start the journey. You can go through each of the steps, and if you are getting stuck, or if you need explanation at any given point of time, you can refer back to the video, and you can understand that step. All right. So this is the video, and I'm going to use the video to explain the next steps to you. So, and we will not be playing the video. That will not be a very wise use of your and my time. So we'll just keep fast forwarding it. This is the first step, which we have already seen. This is where you have to go to Indian Business Portal, click on register as a seller. Now, this is where you have to click on create your catalog. These two blue buttons on the top and below, any one of them, you can click on it, and then it will take you to this screen. This is where you have to enter your name, enter your email ID, and then create a password. And after that, click on accept and continue, agree and continue, by the way. And then you have to input your mobile number and do a OTP verification to verify your mobile number. After that, you have to input your GST number to verify your business. I'm linking back to that credibility explanation that I gave to you. When you have added your GST number, that's where you will get this trust shield. I'm not sure how big it is visible, or how visible it is on your screen. So there's a trust shield which starts appearing on your profile. So please and that it will give you a lot of advantage in the community side of it. And very quickly, I'll show you the community side of it. So this is a demonstration account which I typically use for conducting my training sessions and workshops. Now, this account is a demo account, and that's why obviously it is not a verified account. So if I try to share anything about my business, and this page hasn't loaded up properly, so let me reload it very quickly, because otherwise you might be wondering what is he showing. There's nothing there. So this is, as I was mentioning, this is a demonstration account. So obviously it is not verified. Now down below here, you can see there are various businesses that are showcasing information about the various wonderful products or services that they are offering, right? So we can see a few examples here. Now, if you're a business who has not verified yourself, in that case, you'll not be able to do that. So this is where if I click, I am not allowed to share anything because I am not a verified business. So you should ensure that your business is verified so that you can share with other business owners from 150 countries about the wonderful product or services that you are offering. So that will help you connect or network with other business owners. Similarly, when other business owners, which are part of the Global Inca community, when they are looking for businesses or exporters from India and they come across your profile and your web profile is not verified, you don't have that green tick, obviously they might be shying away from you. They may feel that it is not a genuine business or it is not a verified business, so there can be a little risk associated with this business, and they may prefer to go with a business that has that green tick. So you may lose out on opportunities. I always recommend that you should input your GST number and verify your business. And the next screen, you have to just enter your business name, specify the legal entity type, like whether it is a proprietorship, partnership, etc., and then input your location. All the other details get easily populated based on the location that you have inputted. After that, you have to specify which industry do you belong. So you can either select it using the drop down, or you can start searching for the industry, and then the relevant options will start appearing. You can select from there. And then the last step here is to select the type of activities that you're engaged in. So, for example, if you're an exporter and a manufacturer, you can select manufacturer and export. So you can select multiple options here. So after that, you will be taken to the screen. So far what we have done is we have created the profile which we have. So this is the profile. It is created. Now what we are creating here onwards is the online store, right? So we are on the online store seller panel. Now here you have to click on this big blue button, which is called convert now, and which will open this overlay. Three simple questions you have to answer. What is the main purpose of your online store? Approximately how many products you would like to have on your online store? And would you like to have minimum order quantity feature or not? Once you have answered these questions, click on next, and then it will show you this screen. On the screen, you'll see there are various design templates, and you are required to choose any one of them. Now, it is one of the simplest step which is here, because you have to just review the various designs which are there and select anything that you're liking. But this is where, trust me, many people get stuck here and they even call up our help desk because they are stuck. They are not able to understand what they have to do. So this is where I'll just spend a minute here to explain what are you expected to do here. So these are various layouts which are there for the website or digital catalog that you're trying to create. So each one of them will display the information slightly differently. Your information will remain the same. So if your business is like Splendid Enterprises, it will remain Splendid Enterprises. And if you're dealing in footwear, you will remain dealing in footwear. But the way the information is presented, it will change from depending on which design theme you are using, right? So these are various design templates or design themes which are available. All you are expected is to choose anyone which you're finding suitable for your business. But at a later date, when you have added your products and that's where you're realizing that it is not looking very nice, in that case, can you change that? The answer is absolutely yes. You'll be able to change that. In fact, you'll be able to change that in matter of seconds. So you choose a design theme. If you don't like it, you can change it. You are not like marrying to it. You are not stuck with, or you are not tied with it for life. We can easily change. In fact, it is sort of a common practice that you should change your design theme at least once in a year. Why so? One is more from a psychological perspective, because when you're seeing the same website and nothing is changing, obviously, you tend to get a feeling that it is more of a static business. There's nothing new happening. The second reason is from the technology standpoint, because we all understand technology keeps evolving. And that's where the newer design themes have newer features which are not available in the older design theme. So you should also switch your design team or change your design team at least once in a year. The shortest is like 1 quarter. So every 3 months, if you want to quickly change your design team, you can do that every 3 months, but at least once in a year, you should change the design team. All right. So one last question here, or one last point. Many people also get a impression here that one particular design theme is only suitable for one type of products. For example, in this design theme, we can see electronic products. I'm not sure how much of that is clear to you, but on my screen, I can see these are electronic products like mobile phone, printers, laptops, etc. Now, people feel that this particular design theme is only suitable for the businesses that are dealing in these kind of products. But the answer is any theme can be used by any business, right? So it is not necessary that you are dealing in cosmetics only, then you can use this theme. And if you are dealing in cosmetics, you can't use this theme or that theme. No, absolutely not. Any theme can be used by any business. So please don't get confused here. All right. So again, what you have to do, select any design theme that you're liking. If you don't like it at a later stage, you'll be able to change that very easily. All right. So now we are on the last screen. This is where you have to firstly input your business name. This is where you'll see the business name is already populated. So you have to just review that. And if there's a type or if there's any change that you would want to make, you can do that. So store name will be your business name. And then you have URL. So this is where you'll see there is a code which is added here. You have to just delete this code. So just select and delete it and input your business name without space. In case you have a very long business name, so in that case, you may have to modify it a little bit because the character limit is 25 characters. Within 25 characters, you have to just input your business name here. I'll just show you. In fact, in the video also, we have done that. So I will just move it back a little bit. Yeah, here you can see reliable fashion, reliable fashion. So this is how you have to do it. And after that, you have to click on create your store. Now, before I take you to the next step, there are a few questions, or there are a few popular questions that gets asked related to the domain. The most popular question is, we have our own domain. Can we use that? So our own domain is, if I take you quickly through the examples, so this is where you can see it is paperflakes.org, or the other example which I showed you. This is again their own domain. So this is where when someone is typing pepperflakes.org, then the site which I was showing you, I forgot where was that site. Here it is. So the site which I was showing you, it gets open. So this is also an online store which is created on the same technology, right? So, so when someone is typing prepperflakes.org in a browser, this site opens up. So this is possible. This is a very popular question that gets asked. The second question is related to this thing which you're seeing here, linker.store. So linker.store is our subdomain that we are providing to our users absolutely free of cost, and you can use it for as long period as you want. But this is where a thought that might be coming to your mind is, why are you doing that? What is the purpose or objective that you are trying to achieve by providing your own domain? Because no one gives anything for free. So there's a very specific reason, a very specific purpose why we are doing this. Because understand, many of the business owners like you who are going through this journey, they're doing it for the very first time. And we all have this thinking, or most of us, I'm not saying that all of us have this thinking, but most of us have this thinking that when it comes to a website, or when it comes to online store, or when it comes to e-commerce, we all think that it is a technical space, or it is something which requires coding knowledge, or it requires knowledge of technology, and only then you'll be able to do that. Whereas the reality is that technology has evolved to a extent where anyone who can operate a computer, who can operate an email, can easily create an online store very easily, right? But we all have that thought in our mind, and they are doing it for the very first time. So this is where it is a stressful experience for them, although not a nerve-wracking or overwhelming, but a stressful, right? So you're slightly stressed. So this is like riding a bicycle for the first time, or driving a car for the first time. You have to remember, you have to slot a clutch, or you have to slot the gear, or you have to press the clutch, or you have to press the brake. You have to remember all that. So slightly stressful experience, right? So when they are going through this slightly stressful experience at that stage. If we ask them, hey, you have to buy a domain and point it to our server, or you have to implement an SSL, that will be overwhelming for them. So they may feel that, hey, it is too technical, too complicated, will not be able to do that. And they may not go through the journey. But our objective is to make this journey as convenient as possible, as easy as possible. So that's where we are providing our subdomain to you. You can use it for as long period as you want and without any cost associated. And whenever you're feeling comfortable, you can take it live on your own domain. That option is also available. Now, related to this, many people also ask me that what is better? Should we continue to use linker.store because that looks economically viable, or should we take it live on our own domains? From a marketing perspective, your domain is always better. All right. So this is the last overlay. Now we are almost there. We have almost completed everything. There is one last step that we have to do, and that is we have to upload one product. Now you might be wondering, we have more than one product. What about them? So those can be uploaded once you have completed this journey. As part of this journey, you have to just upload one product. How can you do that? So down below, you'll see there is an option called store setup. You have to just click on that, and then this pop-up will come up. And you can see all the three steps are already striked out. So we have already done that. We have to just do one more step, that is to create your catalog, add one product. So you can click on that. It will take you to this interface. Now, many people ask us that why are you making us, or why are you forcing us to upload products by filling information into this form? Why can't we upload products in bulk using Excel file, etc.? Yes, that option is also available, but based on our experience and research, what we have understood that many users or common users like me and you, we are more comfortable this way as compared to an Excel file. A more advanced user who already has an experience of setting up website or uploading information on e-commerce website, they are more comfortable with Excel. But common users like me and you, we are more comfortable here. That's why we redirect to you this place, but that option is certainly available and it is entirely your choice. We are not forcing you that you have to do this only. If you want, you can also upload products in bulk. That is also explained in this video. I'll just quickly show you. This is the product section where you can go, and this is from where you can download the sample import format, feed the information into the format, and then you can upload it. Now, coming back to the product upload process, this process is explained in this video in a great detail, so I'll not be going into the finer details of the video. There are only 2 points that I'll be touching upon. One is GI product, which you are seeing here. What is GI products? So GI products are geographic indication products. In fact, I'll quickly take you to the Indian Business Portal interface, and this is where you can see we have a GI product category. I'll just click on that so that I can take you to the internal pages. So this is the geographic indication of India. These are specialty products of a particular location. So for example, Nagpur's oranges, or Darjeeling's tea, or Mahabaleshwar's strawberries, or Agra from Petha, or Banarsi sari. There are so many examples. There are certain products which are cultivated in a particular region. That region is popular for those products. Or there are certain products which are manufactured or made in certain region, and that region is popular for those products. So those are geographic indication products, or unique or specialty products of those regions. And they also has a special place on Indian Business Portal. These are aggressively being promoted by the government as well, because these are unique monopolies or micro monopolies that we have. Because understand, you can cultivate oranges everywhere you want, wherever the climate is suitable, but they'll not be Nagpur's oranges. Nagpur's oranges are the oranges which are cultivated in Nagpur, and they take the nutrients which are in the soil of Nagpur, and they take the water which is there in Nagpur, right? So those are unique products which are cultivated in Nagpur, and those are or can only be from Nagpur. They cannot be from anywhere in the world. So those are like unique specialities that we have, and government is putting an effort to promote those products. Now, just showing an example. So this is where we can go location wise as well. So Varanasi or Banaras is very popular for their barcode printed or Banarsi sarees. They are also very popular for their wooden lacquer toys. So this is where we can see a few examples of wooden lacquer toys, few sellers of wooden lacquer toys here. So these are GI products, and in fact, I'm not sure if you have seen, this is they all carry a GI emblem as well. So this is where you can see it is kind of small. Let me try to, sorry, I clicked on the profile. Let me open the product instead. Right. So this is I think now it is a little bigger, so you can see they are all carrying the GI emblems. It means it is a GI product. All right, geographic indication product. So if you're dealing in a GI products, in that case, you have to click on this option, and then you have to select the GI category. So let me show you with the video. So GI category and subcategory options will start appearing. You have to select the GI category, and then you have to select the GI subcategory, and then you have to upload the certificate. But it's not like everyone and anyone can come and they can specify their products as GI product. You need to have a GI product certificate, and you need to upload the GI product certificate, and only then you can start showcasing your products as GI products. So that was one point I wanted to specify. If you're someone who's not dealing in GI products, then you can just leave that. And then we have category and subcategory. Now, what are these category and subcategories? So if for a moment again we go back to Indian Business Portal, so these categories and subcategories which I am just hovering on, these are the categories and subcategories I'm referring to. Now, why are we making you select these category and subcategory? Because as a seller, you are telling the system, you're telling the website that, hey, the product that I'm adding needs to be showcased in this category and this subcategory. Let's try to understand with an example. So just imagine you are a Western wear exporter. So in that case, what you're telling is showcase my product in fashion apparel and accessories and in the women's clothing and dress subcategory, right? So your product gets displayed at the right place. That's what you are trying to do here. So please do that. So that will not only help with the mapping your products to the right category, it will also help with showcasing or quickly showcasing your products on Indian Business Portal. So please do that. Now, these are not displayed on your digital catalog. These are not displayed. These are only for the backend mapping purposes. Your navigation is used to display the categories or the products on your digital catalog. Now, here we have the HS code, which you are seeing here. So HS code gets pre-populated based on the category and subcategory that you have chosen. In case you feel that HS code is incorrect, you can modify that, or you can input the HS code yourself as well in case it is not getting auto-populated. But HS code is something that will also help you get good visibility on Indian Business Portal, because one of the search criteria is HS code. And many international buyers, when they are looking for exporters from India, they search by HS code of what are the product exporters of this particular HS code. And if you're not adding the HS code to the products, then you may be losing out on that opportunity. So you should avoid doing that. So by adding HS codes here, the rest of the details are explained in the video with a great extent. So we will not be spending our time and energy there. So I'll just fast forward through the video. And once the product gets uploaded, that's where, so this is where we have uploaded the product. And now you have to click on this option, which looks like a home. It looks like a hut. You have to click on that, and then it will open your home section. This is where you'll see there's a button, big button, which says publish. This is the button that I'm referring to. You click on that, and it completes your online store creation journey. So this is where you have created your digital catalog, right? Now, I will explain the rest of the steps. I will quickly take you to the other account that I was showing you earlier, and we'll go to the seller panel. I'll click on this online store icon, and we'll quickly go to the seller panel. We are in the seller panel. Now here, uh, the obvious next step is to upload the remaining products that you may have. So this where go to products. Now you can upload them one by one by inputting the information on the form, or you can upload them in bulk. Both options are available. So this is the next step that you have to do. Step number 2, after creating or going through that journey. After that, you have to click on store settings and store details, and this is where you have about your export. Fill in the information here, and again this is where you don't have to add any complicated information. This is all information which you will already have, like for example, are you a FIO member, your IC code, legal entity type, when did you start your business, what type of business operations you are engaged in, Are you MSME, export turnover, countries you have already exported to, countries you would like to export to, number of employees you may have, licenses, certificates, and advantages, innovation, and lastly, you have to specify what type of proposals you are interested in. There is also a multi-select field. So you can select more than one option and click on save. So this is step number 3. Step number 1 was obviously to go through that journey. Step number 2 is to upload the products which you may have. Step number 3 is this. Step number 4 is to beautify your store. So you can go to the theme section, you can change the theme. It's part of my store. Select the theme and you can use the store preview to upload banners or customize the color scheme so that you can make your online store start looking presentable. All right. So this is how you will be able to create a digital catalog for your business. This is where I'm going to switch off or turn off the screen share and we'll quickly break into the question answer round. So if there is any question or anything which is not very clear to you, you can definitely ask your question down below. You are seeing there's an option called Q&A. You can add your question. I can see there are 2 questions there. One was from Mr. Arsalan Hanif, which I have already answered before the start of the session. The second question is in Russian. Sorry, I'm not familiar with Russian. So it would be great if you can ask your question in English. I can also see there are a few comments or question in the chat. Will we get the recording of this session? The answer is absolutely yes. We will be emailing the recording of this session to all of you. I can see there's one question that has come up. Can I see how many international buyers visited our products? So at the moment, we are not reporting out that information. In future, we will be reporting out that information. But at the moment, it is not available. In case if anyone has very specific requests and there's no like bandwidth constraint, we have bandwidth, we may be able to share that. But we are definitely working on that. In future, you'll have your dashboard where you can see how many like visitors were there, how many inquiries were there. All that is available. Now, this is where I'm talking about Indian Business Portal. On your own online store, the various digital catalogs that I showed you, on that, you can easily integrate Google Analytics, you can easily integrate uh, Microsoft Clarity, or you can easily integrate Hotjar, and you can track the entire user journey very easily. So those features are certainly available on your digital catalog. For the Indian Business Portal, it will come. It will take some time, but it will come. Yeah, you may not get the like the bare information like who visited, but you'll get how many people saw your product. Next question I can read is from Mr. Satish. Wants to understand, can I reset the store which I already opened? Yes, you can do that. You can delete all the products and you can change the theme, and that you can delete the products, you can delete the navigation, and you can delete the banners, and the store is reset. I can also see there's a question in the chat by Mr. Vishwanath Shetty. Suppose our product is not categorized as GI product. So if your product is not categorized, or if you don't have a GI product certificate, you don't have to highlight your product as a GI product. You can just use the other fields to don't touch on the GI products field. I hope that answers the question. Next question, Mr. Fizalat Ali Khan wants to understand, can we have 2 different catalog of different categories of the product? Yes, certainly you can have that. Many merchant exporters who are part of Indian Business Portal, they deal in like very diverse categories. You can do that. That's not a problem. Next question by Mr. Mohit Arora. Does it support store promotion or things like SEO? Yes, certainly. The platform uh, has all the features for you to do SEO. So you can do the entire like on-page optimization very easily. Data can easily be updated. All the platforms which are relevant. So, for example, if you want to integrate with Google Analytics, Tag Manager, or Google Search Console, which is essential for your SEO, you can do that. Or if you want to run digital ads, conversion tracking can easily be implemented. So all that is possible, and there are many businesses who are already doing that. Any other questions from any other participant before we conclude the session for today? I am not seeing any question, any last minute question before we conclude the session for today. So I'm not seeing any questions. So this is where I think we should conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for taking out time and participating in the session. I am going to share my email ID with you. So in case there's anything which is not very clear to you, you can certainly reach out to me. So just give me a quick second to share my email ID with you. So if there is anything which is not very clear, or you would want to understand or discuss anything further, you can certainly feel free to reach out to me. I'm just sharing my email ID here in the chat. So just give me a second. I've added my email ID in the chat. You can copy it from there. It is in the chat section. So down below, you'll see there's an option called chat. So that's where I've added my email ID. So please do feel free to reach out to me. So if you need clarification, or if you are stuck and you need help, do feel free to reach out to us. All right. So this is where we'll conclude the session for today. Thank you everyone for taking out time and participating in this session. Have a wonderful evening ahead. Bye-bye from our